Previously on the Ultimate Iron Man series. After spending 4 months at the Theater of Blood, we got everything we could dream for. The Scythe of Vitter, the Sanguinesti Staff, the Grazi Rapier, we even got the Theater of Blood pets, and in last video, the Sanguine Dust, making us the third Ultimate Iron Man in old school RuneScape to do so. So, now what? Well, in spending 4 months at the theater, we also managed to stack up 4 months worth of generic loot. So in this video, we cash in on 4 months worth of dopamine, all at once. Hey guys, so we got the pet that we were trying to get, and now I'll bet you want to see what's next. There's no way I can prove it, but I literally just came up with that on the spot. Anyway, welcome to a brand new video. This is my Tob bank, all of my stuff that I store having to do with Tob. As you can see here, we've got a lot of stuff to go through. 3,000 toad flax alone. It's probably going to be the hardest one to deal with. How many herbs is that, dude? There's got to be 20,000 herbs in there. I don't know, someone count it up, comment below. I have no idea how long this is going to take to go through all of this. It's going to take a long time. So I guess what we're going to do is start thieving, because we're going to need 1,500 white berries, limpworts, snapegrass. I don't have any of that. I don't have the seeds to plant any of that. Ultimate Iron Man cannot use the seed vault over here, which means we're basically going to have to start from scratch. Luckily, I've got my full rogues, so we at least get double the loot. Cuts down the amount of time we're going to be thieving in half. But yeah, so I guess I'll check in with you guys when something noteworthy happens. Hey guys. Hi. I just kind of realized something after about like 5 seconds of thieving, that it'd actually be way more efficient to kill the giant mole first. The reason for that is because, like I mentioned, we're going to need 1,000 giant mole kills to get 3,000 mole nests to make our 3,000 Saradam brews. And every time we kill the mole, we get 3 mole parts, which we can exchange for 3 bird's nests. And of those bird's nests, there's like a 50% chance, if I'm not mistaken, chance to get a seed nest. And of those seeds, there's limpwort seeds for the quirms, snapegrass seeds for the rainers that we have, and torstal seeds, which would be nice to get more torstals, because as it stands, we've got like an additional 1,000 or so catentines, quirms, and irrits that we'd just be dropping since we don't have enough torstals to make super combats out of all those. So yeah, that means we're going to be killing giant mole for, I guess, like 20 hours or so. We need to get 1,000 kills. We're starting off at 2,156 KC here. I've just been here for like 5 minutes, so, but yeah. So 1,000 giant moles, that means we'll be finishing at around 3,200. And that also means that we'll be hitting the drop rate for the pet, which I do not have yet. So maybe we can get lucky and get the pet. I'm pretty down for that. There are so many safe spots in here with the T-bow. It's like so reclined. It's just like super comfy. Flick rigor on once every 6 ticks and we are golden. So yeah, this is where we're going to be for the next couple days, I guess. I'll just be doing this, which I honestly don't mind at all. Alrighty guys, I'm going to go ahead and end my trip right after this kill here. We ran out of staminas. I don't really have much inventory space, as you probably can see by the fact that my inventory is filled with stuff. So because of that, I think I'm going to see if I can sort out some of it. I think we can just maybe deal with a few of these things. But yeah, 43 minutes, and it looks like we're at 43 KC, according to the loot tracker, which recently destroyed all of my KCs. So we're starting fresh at 43 giant mole. But yeah, it's around 60 kills an hour, which is right around where we want to be. But yeah, I think what we're going to do first is, let's see what happens when we do this. Can we do this? Nice. So yeah, our Vernic will now be in the Master Stash units here in the Warriors Guild, which means I guess we can go ahead and just drop this Dragon Defender, because we will never be using that ever again, I guess, right? Additionally, we're kind of done with this Dragon Halberd for the moment, so I'm just going to revert it into the crystal weapon seed and then turn this thing in for like 10 crystal shards. And whenever we get like any decent amount of crystal shards, I can just take out the bow of Ferdinand from this Master Stash unit here and then just throw them in there. It's kind of like a crystal shard bank, I guess, right? I don't see why not. If it was like less than 10, I probably wouldn't bother. But yeah, so as for the boss, it does drop blood runes. And now that we've got a Sanguinesti staff, that's kind of like a blood rune bank. It always drops them in increments of 15, which will always fit just right in the Sanguinesti sanguinesti because you can only deposit them in increments of 3, and 15 is a multiple of 3. The giant mole also drops U-logs, but since the last time we did giant mole, we kept all the U-logs and we got up to 99 fletching doing that. We no longer have to keep the U-logs anymore. So we are expecting to get roughly 10,000 U-logs on this grind, but I will not be picking them up because I don't have use for them anymore, I guess. Unless I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I am. And yeah, so this inventory works just right. I'll sip a ranging potion once every 5 minutes. And since we have 12 doses, that's exactly 1 hour of ranging potion. Every time our ranging level drops down to 111, we lose 2 max hits, and then we lose another 2 max hits at 107. That means our average range level for this grind will be 108. And if we were to use divine ranging potions, it would obviously be the max range level 112, which would kind of be worth it, I'm pretty sure, because we're only going to need 60 ranging potions for this whole thing, which is 240 doses, which is 24 crystal shards, which only takes like, you know, an hour to get. But I don't know. That's kind of like being a little too sweaty, I guess. If the divine raging potions didn't damage you 10 damage every dose, then I'd probably just do it. I'd go do a couple corrupted gauntlet and just get those, but that kind of means I have to get the shark drops, and if I don't get them, then I'll have to rebank. I don't know. My guess is like probably half you just clicked off the video because this is like kind of intense, unnecessary planning here. I'll just say one last thing here. For those of you who are wondering why I'm not using void, ranged accuracy is I guess more valuable here. This setup is way more DPS than void, so even the archer helm makes a noticeable difference. I think it's like 1 additional kill per hour or something, which is going to be like 20 kills over the course of 20 hours, which is like 20 minutes. So having this thing saves 20 minutes. It only takes like 5 minutes to go get it, probably less. So that's a net time loss of 15 minutes right there. These are the efficiencies that keep me stimulated. So yeah. Oh hey, I forgot this guy dropped elite clues. I guess we'll be doing those, cause why not? And we get the miter step, 1 of 2 emote clue steps that we cannot do, but that's okay. The drop rate for the elite clue is only 1 in 500, so we're only expected to get 2 along this whole grind. So I'm not really too concerned about it. Yeah, I'm not sure if this content that I'm doing here at the giant mole will wind up in the Theater of Blood videos. But one thing that I meant to do is to take all the GP we got from the Theater of Blood, 27 mil from the LMS coffer, and put it into the Nightmare Zone coffer with the rest of my GP. Coincidentally, that puts us at right around exactly 100 mil GP. I forget if I've ever had that much GP on this account before. But it looks pretty sexy. Definitely going to be useful for a lot of stuff in the future. And it looks like the future has arrived sooner than expected. We are now out of amethyst arrows. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy some rune arrows. These are 600 each. Dang, that's pretty expensive. I roughly calculated we'll need around 5,000. So that's 3 mil GP. I think I'm just going to start up with 1,000 now and see how far that gets us. And I just know there's a guy who already started typing his comments about how I can buy rune arrows at the LMS shop. I am aware of that. There's always one guy every video. I'm pretty sure it would take me like 4 or 5 hours to get enough rune arrows from LMS to be able to do this grind, which is kind of like a significant portion of the grind itself. So I will not be doing that. Oh my god. My heart just dropped because I saw that mole following me, but it wasn't following me. It was just happening to scamper on by, but it was scampering in my general direction, and I thought it was my pet, and I somehow missed it, but it wasn't my pet after all, so my heart is no longer dropped. Except like, it does still kind of feel dropped because I'm still recovering from that, you know what I mean? Even though nothing even happened, I just tricked myself into thinking something happened. My body is still acting as if what happened was true. So in a way, we can know something is wrong, recognize that it's wrong, and our body thinks it's right. And even after we recognize it's wrong, our body still thinks that it's right. The body and mind can deviate from one another. That's just like really powerful to recognize, because as an extension of that, we can say when the basis for one's general circumstances comes from emotion, which in this analogy is the body, rather than rationality and reason, which in this analogy is the mind, as when we experience the body, it tends to be in the form of sensorial experience, whereas we tend to experience the mind in the form of concepts, which is where rationality and reason reside. One becomes predisposed to perceive things erroneously, and those erroneous perceptions can cause undue stress and turmoil, because it's prime conditions for the ego to jump in and defend itself when one's self isn't operating on a frequency of rationality and reason. And if the fallible ego is jumping out to defend something you believe in based on emotion and not rationality and reason, then that's just a vicious cycle, which inevitably leads to suffering. It's really weird. This is going to sound weird, but it kind of looks like a lot of people these days seemingly like to suffer. Maybe because they can use it as a mechanism to extract attention from their peers, which feels good. I don't know, but it's certainly the case that a large number of people seemingly will complain about their circumstances only to continue to go on to replicate the exact same behavior that caused the suffering in the first place. Anyway, that was a lot of things. There's a lot of things in this world, and all the things are kind of interconnected and interwoven with all the other things, and it's kind of beautiful and amazing, and I love it, and I love being alive. So there's your obligatory Loki TED Talk for the video. Alright, well, I wasn't gonna show this, but I just got a rune kite into a rune spear. That's a pretty rare thing to get. According to the wiki here, the rune spear is 1 in 4,000, and so is the rune kite. Back to back, 1 in 4,000 drops. That is pretty crazy, dude. If you want to calculate how rare that is, you just do 4,000 squared, so 1 in 16 million. Kinda crazy. Alright, there is the elite casket. What do we get? Nice. Alright, there is 3,000 KC at the giant mole. We are now on the drop rate for the pet, which means I guess we'll be going dry for that, but that is okay with me. I am only here for the mole parts, which it looks like we're at pretty close to being done. Probably about 2 to 3 more hours and we'll have all the mole parts that we need. And yeah, I am just loving this. This is like the chillest thing of all time. So as I probably already said that a bunch of times, in case you forgot, now you know. Alright, what do we get from the casket? That's kind of cool, I guess. All the runes and the noted stuff up here. It's very categorically categorized. Alright. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we have now finished the giant mole portion of this grind. 3,157 KC is what we're at. No pet, unfortunately, but that is okay with me. I believe we can do this and it won't fuck up everything. We didn't get any empty nests. Interesting, okay. Never had that happen. So according to the wiki, there's a 72% chance that we get a seed nest and I guess a 28% chance we get a ring nest, which means we just got 2,200 seeds of all shapes and sizes. And now I am going to die to a spore so we can start the lengthy process of extracting all this stuff out of here. What I think I'm going to do first is just withdraw the toad flax and clean it. I'm going to clean each one individually, but yeah, I don't really need Herblore XP at this point. I think we're already 99, 14.4 million XP. I don't know why I'm doing this. I guess I could pay to get it cleaned, but I've already started doing it, so it's too late. Alrighty, I just woke up for the day here, finishing off the toad flax. You know, it is kind of nice going for ranks. Once you're like max stats and you start hitting those XP milestones, it does feel kind of nice. So that was like a nice little, you know, 25k Herblore XP. It only took like 20 minutes, so I will take it. And yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and start with the nest box rings, just because those are a little more clunky to deal with. And we're probably gonna jump into farming right after we do the seeds. So we'll do these first. All right, so we went ahead and converted our things into unfinished things. We've got the Herblore cape on to assert dominance. If you're an avid watcher of the channel, then you probably know how this all works. But for those of you who have never seen this before on an Ultimate Iron Man, basically something a little like this. You do that, then you do this, then you drop these, then you unnote these, then you grind these up, then you make the potions, you decant them using Bob Barter, and then you're good to go. So we're going to be doing this for a while. It's not a bad idea to hold on to all these sapphire rings if you want to like do Zulrah in the near future, but I don't think we're ever going to go back to Zulrah, although we probably will at some point. Not anytime soon, so I will not be holding on to these rings. Alrighty, there is the end of our ring nests. This is going a bit slower than I thought. I don't really mind, but I'm just making an observation here. We've only gone through 600 toad flax so far, and it's been like an hour. But yeah, now we get to do the even slower part, which is the nest box seeds. So yeah, we're going to be getting a lot of seeds from this. I have no idea how many we're going to get or which ones we're even going to keep. Yeah, Limports is what we really want here. Yeah. I'm going to be dropping a lot of high-level seeds. So there's a Celastris seed right there. I guess I don't really need those anymore. But we're going to be keeping all the spirit seeds that we get. Probably going to get a couple of those, maybe like 10 or 20. Each one of these I can turn in for a hard farming contract, which gives like pretty good seeds too. I guess I'll just show you what seeds I decide to keep once I've decided to keep them, instead of like updating you every time I get a nice seed. All right, I think this is the last one we're going to keep is the Rainer. We'll drop the Cadentines. But yeah, this actually shouldn't be too much slower than the nest boxes. Also, you know what? I'm feeling kind of generous. I'm going to give a bond to the first person who comments the name of this hat. Include your RuneScape username and I'll PM you in game. Alrighty, my friends. With that, we are now done with the Saradomin brews. We got a pretty decent stack of seeds. Nothing crazy. Pretty much what I was expecting. About 10 to 20 of Torstal, Rainer, and Snapdragon. Also 19 Spirit Seeds is pretty good too. We got a ton of Limpwort and a ton of Snapegrass. Definitely don't need that many, which is super great because now we can farm all of our Herblore secondaries. And let's see, I'm going to do this real quick. All right, 2,290 Fordos, Sardom, and Bruise. If we go ahead and combine that with our full stack here, we are now at 3,362. And when we started Theater of Blood, we had 2,832, which means we profited, what is that, 530 brews from all of our Theater of Blood doing, which is amazing. That is amazing. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So I guess now we'll go ahead and just farm all of this stuff. Yeah, we'll need like 1,300 white berries and limpworts. I guess we'll farm this Snapegrass while we're doing this too, and then we'll make all those potions. So yeah, it's probably gonna take me, I guess, like a couple days. Hopefully not more than a couple days. Oh, you know what? I guess before I do that, I'll just go ahead and turn in these 19 spirit seeds. That's a lot of spirit seeds, dude. Can I trade in spirit seeds? I'll just do 10 at first, right? Yeah, now I got a little bit of inventory space to work with. Probably gonna end up dropping most of these, but maybe we can... Ooh, Hespori seed. Okay, that's pretty good. I do still need to kill Hespori for the Grandmaster speedrun task, so I was hoping to get one of these seeds at some point. I'm just going to be holding on to that one. Some Toad Flax, I guess we'll just drop those. I don't want to go kill more Giant Mole to make those into brews. And 9 more seed packs. Yeah, I easily just dropped like a couple million seeds. Another Spirit Seed. Wow. A Spirit Seed into seed pack into Spirit Seed. Last seed pack. All right. Yeah, it looks like we got some more stuff. Pretty good. Wait, what was that? What was up there? Oh, that was the Spirit Seeds. Okay, good. Phew, thought I dropped some. Okay, yeah, definitely just dropped like a lot of seeds. We also dropped like, I guess I'll just show this real quick. Looks like around 8 mil worth of like high level seeds from all the bird nests from the Giant Mole. Probably closer to like 7 mil. So yeah, with that, now we will actually get into the farming. I haven't actually got to use my Dark Graceful since I got it, and I think I'm actually going to be using it now. Looks pretty cool. And also, I don't really know what we're going to be doing, like, while we're waiting for all of our stuff to grow. I guess I could, like, passively work on maxing, but, like, I don't know, man. None of this stuff really seems like anything I could do. I could, like, AFK woodcutting, but I'm probably going to train woodcutting while I get 99 construction, so that'll already be a passive 99 completed. Mining is my AFK skill of choice, so we're going to get that to 99 in the next, like, 4 videos or so. And yeah, like, crafting, can't really train it, need full inventory for that. The only one that I can do is Hunter, so I think I'm just gonna like hunt a couple thousand red chins while we're doing this and then just like drop them because I don't have anything to do with red chins. But that's like the only thing I can think of. I could do Herbivore and maybe get lucky with a few Torsal drops, but the inventory is just not very big. I don't know, maybe we'll end up doing Herbivore instead, but yeah. Yeah. You know what? This is pretty good. It's some free Hunter XP. We also got 8 Torstals and 5 Snapdragons in just like, I guess like 40 minutes. So there's just some free stuff. And we're also working on maxing. So yeah, this is what we're going to be doing. I don't know why I didn't think this inventory space would be enough, because it definitely is. Oh, wow. I just skipped through the level there. But that's level 93 Hunter. That's pretty nice. I like to see that. But yeah, we can now barehand catch Dragon Imps. Pretty good stuff. Hey, there is 1,000 Herbivore. I just noticed that in the chat here. So I thought I would share that with you guys. I've pretty much just been farming and doing Herbivore all day. 200k XP for a level. So yeah, that's like 6 hours of Herbivore. Our stacks of secondaries are getting pretty far up there. We also farmed all of our herb seeds, so this is going to be our final stack of herbs, aside from all the ones that we continue to get from Herbivore. And yeah, so should be finishing this up tomorrow. Oh shit. Damn. Wow. All right. Well, level 98 mining. That is a pretty sexy thing to see. We're getting there, man. We're 1 level away from level 99. That's about 5 videos away. Today is July 15th, which means 5 videos should be August 19th. So that's when we'll be getting 99, hopefully. Pretty crazy. And I am happy about it. Oh, nice. My first ever Dragon Imp with 93 Hunter. Some baby dragon bones. I guess that's worth keeping and using on the gilded altar. But yeah, I redid all the inventory because I finished editing the video and we're still farming. So I haven't farmed at all today because I've been editing the whole day. There's something that I want to mention here. I made kind of an oversight. You look at this stack of Torstals here. That's 1,410 Torstals. That's great. We have like 2,500 Catentines and Irrits. And we also have 1,400 Quirms, which sounds great, right? Except I just realized that if you want to make super combats, you actually need a 4-dose super attack, 4-dose super strength, and 4-dose super defense. And this amount of Quirms is only going to get us about 1,101 super super strengths, which is not quite 1400. So we're going to be dropping like 300 Torstals, I guess, which is kind of unfortunate because that's 300 super combats. It's incredibly rare that we have enough resources to even make super combats because it takes like, you know, 7 inventory spaces, and that just doesn't ever happen naturally. So that is unfortunate. Nothing we can do about it now, I don't think. I'm like thinking back to our recent past. We got like a bunch of quorum seeds from all those 16 seed packs we opened. We could have planted those. Looks like I also dropped around 100 quorums from herbivore. So I guess what's done is done, but I think in the end we'll still be profiting super combats from the Theater of Blood grind. So I guess I shouldn't really be too worried. It would have just been nice to have an additional 300 super combats, but yeah. So having said that, I guess we'll be hanging on to the quorums that we get from herbivore now, even though we probably only have like, I guess, a few hours left before we have all of our secondaries. But I mean, we just got like 5 quorums right there, so that's 5 more super combats. Each one of those is going to be a super combat, which is pretty nice. So there is another hunting level 94 hunter. That's pretty cool. All right, man. Well, we finally finished farming. It took like 2 full days basically. But yeah, we're done now. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and make these into potions, and this is gonna take a couple days too. It's a lot of herbs here. So I guess we'll start with the quorums because it's like the small stack, and we'll just slowly periodically clear up the inventory. You know what? Oh, well, that didn't take very long. We got 15 million Herbler XP just now. I didn't even realize that. That is pretty cool. Hey guys, it's a new day here. I went ahead and finished all of the strength potions. Got up to 4,500 doses. And now it's time for the catentines. This stack here is what we're going to be dropping, I guess, because I don't need this many catentines. So they can't use them. I could, I guess, like make 1,000 super defense potions and get like 150k Herbler XP, but I think I'm just going to drop them worth about 1.5 mil. So yeah, let's go make these super defense potions. Actually decided to go ahead and drop these for a guy in the UIM clan, because why not? I feel like probably a better use of resources here. Shout out to Lone Requiem. Alright, we finished the super defense. We cleaned all the catentines ourselves, of course, but I think this time for the irrits, I'm actually going to pay to get them cleaned because they give a bit less XP. I've never done this before. Gonna cost like 300k. Alright, there it is, and then we'll go ahead and make them unfinished potions. Nice. Alrighty, friendos. Well, just completed all the super attacks here, which means we're ready for the big boys. 1,444 Torstals. I've done this process like I think twice so far on the Ultimate Iron Man here. Making super combats is kind of the most tedious herblore training you can do. So it's probably going to take me a sec to remember how this all works. But yeah, I'll check in with you guys when I know what I'm doing. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure we got it on our first try here. So we unnote the Torstals, then we convert the entire lot into 3 dose, then back into 4 dose. We unnote the stack of vials so we can drop 5, and then unnote our supersets. I don't know if this is the best way to do it. This is like a way that you can do it. It is pretty slow. You can only make 5 potions per inventory, and we have a lot of potions to make. So I guess I'll see you guys when this is done. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that took about 4 hours, but we are now finished. This is the last inventory here of super combats, putting us at a total of 1,132. And if we add this to our stack of super combats over here in Hespori, we're at 1,998, too shy of 2,000. I also accidentally drank 2 doses of super strength during that, which made me have to lose 2 super combats. So if we didn't do that, we would have gotten exactly 2,000. Would have been crazy. But yeah, we did it. And as I showed with the brews, I'm going to show how many we profited from Theater of Blood in total. We started with 1970 on day 1 of Theater of Blood, and now we have 1998. So we profited 28 super combats in 800 Theater of Blood. Pretty amazing. And so now what I think I'm going to do is we got 2 more stacks left. The Dwarf Weed and the Rainers. We'll do both of those, I guess, right now. So let's do the Rainers first. As we did with the Catentines, I also dropped over about 2.5 mil worth of Torstals over to a clan member. Shout out to Symptomatic. Also, I literally just spent 1 mil on this stack of unfinished Rainer potions because it's 200 GP to clean them and then 200 GP to decant them. Yeah, that's a lot of money, I guess, huh? Oh, hey, there's a cool milestone. We just hit 16 million Herbler XP. That's pretty cool. I didn't think we'd ever be doing that. My guess is we'll probably never hit 17 million. I don't really see ourselves making that many potions in the future, but who knows? Maybe we'll just do that. Finishing up with the Raiders. This is easily going to be the biggest stack of prayer potions we've ever had on the account. Yeah. 4,834 prayer potions. I have never had that many on any account, I don't think. Yeah, that's pretty good, dude. We can now do like a couple hundred Cerberus or so, right? And yeah, let's go ahead and get started on our biggest stack, that being the Dwarf Weed. We have 6,000 and 3,700 Wines of Zammy, so we'll be dropping like a couple thousand Dwarf Weed, which is pretty nice. I've been holding on to these Dwarf Weed for like ever. It's just like a permanent inventory slot and a lot of Ultimate Iron Man's looting bags, because you get a lot of Dwarf Weeds and you never get a lot of wines. Theater of Blood's kind of like the only thing where you can get mass Wines of Zammy passively, aside from like maybe grinding Zamorak God Wars dungeon, but even that's like only like 50 an hour or so. And that's like if you have a T-bow. So yeah, we're going to be getting rid of an inventory slot permanently here by dropping the rest of these Dwarf Weeds, because I don't think we're ever going to be able to use more than 4,000 ranging potions, to be honest. So I guess we'll clean these to save the 720k or whatever. 2,471 Grammy Dwarf Weed. Looks like around 2 mil dropped to the UIM in the clan on his main account. So shout out to Catmaster. And yeah, even though we did spend like all that time cleaning these, it's still going to cost us like 720k to decant them. Yeah, 96 to 95.2. Pretty crazy, dude. All right, well, decided to stay up late here. It's 2 a.m., but we finished our Dwarf Weed stack here. This is gonna be a nice juicy stack of ranging potions, man. I'm super hyped. I don't know if this is a lifetime supply. I mean, it's pretty close, I would imagine. I don't think I'd ever use this much, right? And if we add it to this stack here, 817, 3,500 ranging potions. That's pretty good, man. That might be lifetime supply status, to be honest. And yeah, so the last herb that we have here is the Grammy Snapdragon. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out some combat equipment so we can go grind like 3,000 red spider's eggs, and then we can finally move on to something that's not herb lore. Since we got our Snapdragons all taken care of, I just need to get like 3,000 red spider's eggs. The method for that is pretty standard. I'm sure most of you guys already know. But for those of you who don't, we're going to be killing these red spidings. This is the Tower of Life. We've got the Fremenic boots, so we can teleport right to the fishmonger here. We just buy like 10 sardines. And then we unnote our red spider's eggs on the bank here. Sorry if you can hear my cat yowling. I don't know why he's doing that. He's probably wondering where his sardines are. We've got this cute little setup, so we just teleport to the monastery, come to the Tower of Life, and then repeat. It's actually not that bad. This will probably take me like 4 or 5 hours to do, just because we have so many Snapdragons, but it's pretty chill. I don't mind doing it. Yeah, I guess the audio for this clip got deleted, but yeah, we hit 2,700 red spider's eggs, which did take about 6 hours. So now we can go make them into super restores. Hey, there's another milestone. 17 million Herblar XP. Didn't I say that we wouldn't be hitting that? I feel like I might have said that when we hit 16 million. That I'd probably never hit 17 million. Guess I just didn't realize how much XP we had banked, how long this would all take, how many potions we actually have. But yeah, that's pretty cool. 17 million Herblar XP. If we wanted to hit front page, it looks like it's about 21 million Herblar XP. Currently, we're like second page, rank number 44. Is that our highest rank skill? I wonder. Rank 33 in strength. That's probably going to be our highest. Yeah. All right, my friends. That literally took like a day and a half just to do the super restores. But we are now doing the last little batch here. If we decant these all into 4 doses, we're gonna have like 2,067 super restores. That is like so damn sexy, dude. And if we add that to our stack of super restores, yep, 3,736. We started Theater of Blood with 2,740, which means we profited over 1,000 super restores. That is just like so good, dude. That's so good. And yeah, so I guess I'll just like briefly show the calculation of how many we got of each potion. We also didn't use any prayer potions on the grind, so all of the prayer potions that we got were pure profit. Looks like we started with roughly 2,871, and now we're at 4,834. So that's 2,000 prayer potions that we profited as well. Honestly, dude, I am super happy with that. All of this is like amazing. I'll just do a price check because I don't know, 167 million potions here. And yeah, so the last thing we're gonna do before we finally move on to some interesting stuff is take care of all these runite ore. 5,665 of them. I'm planning to just take these to the blast furnace, convert them into rune swords, and then alch them. I have no idea how long that's going to take. It could easily be like 50 hours, maybe like somewhere between 20 to 50 hours or so. I have no clue. But I think this video is already decently long enough as it is, so we'll save that for the beginning of the next video, which I guarantee you guys do not want to miss. Let's just say it's gonna be getting a little hot in here. I also want to give a massive shout out to my YouTube members. Coming in at the silver tier, we've got Chester, Thornforge, Brendan, Christian, Froob Boy, Nihilism Rip, Ryan, Chicken Noodles, and Cytonexonizer RS. At the gold tier, we've got Lyco Wolf, Aea, Misks, David Boone, Robert, Nub, One with Everything Bagel, and our newest member, Todd Boyd. If you'd like to join the list of members supporting the continued production of the channel, feel free to get started by clicking the join button right next to the sub button underneath the video. Otherwise, cheers guys, see you in the next one.